our girl, man, Tabitha Brown, been tripping. So she went on the podcast with I think his name is not Meet Kevin. Kev on Stage.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Kev on Stage has a podcast. So he interviewed Auntie Tabitha Brown, and she talked about some of the ebbs and flows of business. She talked about her Target partnership. You know, that was a big conversation around her telling people not to. Basically like, hey, I'm gonna go broke. Like I need y'all in Target or whatever.
Yes.
But she also talked about another business opportunity that she had that she lost a lot of money. She didn't really say the specific amounts, but you guys can get it. It's probably upwards in the hundreds of thousands.
I think so.
Opening up a restaurant. So Tabitha Brown had to close her LA-based vegan restaurant in less than 1 year.
Yes.
She just went on record saying she lost a bunch of money. And so the backstory of how she even got into the restaurant business, because we all know her for being an actor, then she was a TikToker, then she was just like she put her face all over a lot of retail products.
Yes.
But then she shocked the world going into the restaurant business. So she said she did a video that went viral and changed this guy's whole business, right? So there was a plant-based vegan restaurant in Chicago called what is the name of it?
Kale My Name.
Kale My Name. I was looking for it. Kale My Name, right? So she did a review or a video on this, and it blew up. Everybody started going and shopping at this man's restaurant. So she had an idea. Hey, maybe I can do this a concept where I'm at. She's based out of LA. She wanted to open it up in LA, right? So she cited 5 reasons why her business failed, and we're going to go through each of them and talk about it.
They're legitimate reasons.
Yes, very legitimate, right? So the number one thing, I know how this feels to make somebody else go viral. You think, okay, I need to get in that business. I need to make an investment. I need to do this. So I've made that mistake on a smaller scale, but I've definitely made that mistake having a media presence and having a media company. So for one, the first mistake was thinking she has to get into the business solely because she helped it go viral. Tabitha, we all love you. You're going to be viral anyway.
Right.
So like whatever you touch pretty much turns to gold because you're gold. People love you.
Right.
So people are going to rock with what you got going on. So here's the 5 reasons she cited, and I'll kind of go through it and let you give your 2 cents on it. Number 1, red flag number 1, she had no experience in the restaurant business.
That should be a red flag for anybody.
Now, we all know your mama can cook, your auntie can cook. We all want to be in the restaurant business. Everybody black, that's like a rite to passage to be in the restaurant business.
I think my grandma could have really did it, though.
See, see, this is what I'm saying. Everybody think their grandma could have been in the restaurant business, right?
But not having any experience means that you don't know the back end.
Yes.
So it's not just cooking, it's the health inspector. It's also like your clientele, like
marketing.
I was going to say adding like local flares to, because you're not in Chicago anymore.
Exactly.
So you're not going to do a deep dish kale, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You in LA now.
Exactly. So the LA market is different than the Chicago market. You're in the real estate business, so a big problem is she went against her intuition. So according to Tabitha Brown, the two became 50-50 partners in like a franchise deal for this new restaurant.
And when you say the two, you mean the previous owner of the Chicago.
So the previous owner, it doesn't really say his name, but it's some young white guy who's running the brand. So they did a 50-50 partnership. They got all the legal paperwork, everything right. Now, the problem was there was a restaurant that she wanted. Obviously, there was a restaurant that he wanted to take over. It was a restaurant there. He wanted to take over the restaurant. They wasn't doing really well. They basically went out of business. So they had all.
It was a great opportunity to come in.
The whole thing was kind of turnkey, right? You walk right into it. They thought they were getting a deal. They thought they were doing it the cheap way. But we know in business, when you do something cheap, it always comes to bite you, right?
You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for
eventually,
cheap.
You're going to eventually pay for it. So what started happening is they had leaks in the roof. They had like panels in the roof falling down. And think about this. You're in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So if I walk in and they got you something in the roof, I'm thinking something going to fall into my food.
Something's in my food. It's already in my food.
And what she started saying was, it became a Tabitha thing. It's not a franchise. Tabitha owns this restaurant. And
it's not a Kel My Name thing.
Correct.
It's a Tabitha Brown thing.
Because her brand is so big, people trust her. So when they come in there and they seeing this, Now they're like, okay, this is a Tabitha thing, so she want to get ahead of it. She's a PR princess. Everybody loves her, so she don't want that PR crisis. You know my PR princess.
Your PR princess is.
She's definitely a PR princess, so she wanted to get ahead of that. So that's red flag number 2. So red flag number 3. Tabitha shared on a podcast that instead of hiring qualified people for the job, she started hiring people that were similar to herself when she was trying to make it. So she was a broke actor trying to make it, delivering pizzas, doing Uber, just in a gig economy. So she started hiring those type of people, and everybody didn't have that work ethic. And we all can understand how that can play against you.
I was gonna say, because when I was in college, I used to work at a restaurant called Dallas BBQ. Shout out Dallas BBQs. If you ever been to New York, they're like really big for their Hennessy wings, honey wings, sticky wings, all of that. And I actually worked with some aspiring actors. It's New York.
Right. Everybody's trying to figure something
Broadway,
out. Right.
Like but I want to say it was a healthy balance. They weren't majority aspiring actors, but I definitely got advice from them and as far as like working, because honestly, I'm a college student. Everybody's looking for their next gig anyway. But like the culture or the atmosphere was basically like, as soon as my agent calls with something big, I'm out of here.
And that's exactly what happened.
Without a doubt, I'm gone.
That's exactly what happened. She said many of the aspiring actors often left to pursue those opportunities.
Got to.
And then how can Tabitha be the person to tell you not to do that?
You can't.
When she blew up and they're inspired by her, so they're basically trying to pull a Tabitha on Tabitha. So now one of the highest expenses in retail or in business is hiring. So now you got to constantly keep retraining people. You got to keep. Now the culture is bad. Every time you hire one person, 2 people leave. So now people starting to realize, oh, this is not a place to build a career here. They got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They're not working as hard. They're not serving clients. So that happened. But then you already know the next thing. What do everybody else do? We all hire our friends. We hire our family. We hire people who are not qualified to do the roles and some of the serious roles that needs to get done. And it comes back to bite you in the,
I think not Kevin on stage, but Kevin Hart recently just said that some of his worst investments have been the investments that he made in his friends' businesses.
Yes.
So here we have another testimony about that.
I've had the same thing. Hired family, gave them all the resources that they need to succeed. Silver platter, silver spoon, company card, the whole 9, and they just didn't want to do. They didn't want to work.
Crazy
so
to me.
I can understand it, and it's one of the things as an entrepreneur or as a career professional, because people who don't have businesses experience this as well.
Right.
Try to get your cousin into the plant, or you try to get your uncle into your office, and all that.
They missed the interview. It was literally set out for you, and and you came in high or something like that.
And then additionally, red flag number. What we on number 5?
The last one.
She revealed that some of the hires that she brought in tried to extort her and her business partners by doing my neck and my back.
The hires is crazy.
The slip and fall, but then they had secret cameras that caught them, and then they got them up out of there.
Wow.
But imagine if they didn't have those cameras, they would have had a slip and fall accident, and usually people end up getting paid for stuff like that because it's the restaurant, you got to mop the floor, so it's probable cause that you probably did slip and fall. They tried to pull an Ezel, slip and fall. That didn't work.
That's crazy. So we'll settle this for $20.
Exactly, right? So after 8 months in business, Tabitha Brown decided to pull a plug on the venture. She told Kev on stage. Her decision came after another portion of the ceiling collapsed.
That's just crazy to me.
Yes.
But yes, the second ceiling collapse is like...
And she's very spiritual. So she said the Holy Spirit came over her and convinced her that either they move on to another building, which would be a lot of money, or she just wipe her money. Just wipe the venture off. And she said it taught her a good lesson. She offset some of her high income on her taxes, so she didn't lose all of the money.
She's a capitalist now.
Yeah, so she kind of offset some of it on her taxes, but also she lost a bunch of friendships. So I don't know if her and the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are not friends anymore because she didn't have faith. Like, you saying the Holy Spirit told you to pull out, but you're not having faith in the dream at the same time.
So,
but I think she said that the lesson was a good lesson. Don't jump into anything just because it feels good. And it probably did feel good to say, wow, I'm the owner of a restaurant.
Yeah, think about, we had the famous Slutty Vegan. She, Pinky Cole went viral, pop raised $25 million, and her restaurant empire
I really
crumbled.
did like for Slutty Vegan.
Kevin Hart had Hart House. He had that in LA. Yes, he was in LA as well. He had Hart House. Wow, it was basically like a Shake Shack, a vegan Shake Shack. You know how Shake Shack is, the burgers, fries, shakes. So Kevin Hart had that, and after about 2 years, he cut the plug. Yeah.
I wonder what's going on.
It's because it's not as profitable, and then you got to think about it. Like when you go on Slutty Vegan, a burger and fry $25. It's like in this economy, like I probably would pass, right? So
yeah, that's a special
you got to have a special a customer base in order to make that succeed.
I was gonna say.
And if Kevin Hart and Tabitha Brown couldn't do it, Pinky Cole couldn't do it with $25 million, like it's a real tough business. And then the vegan market in general tanked. Beyond Meat, remember that brand? They went public, made billions of dollars, and now they like a penny stock.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of vegan meat, because I don't eat meat, but I think a lot of vegan meat kind of went under because it came out that it's like you might as well eat meat. They got all these additives in the meat.
Yes, exactly.
And so I don't eat imitation anything. Like I'll do like a quinoa mushroom burger, whatever, but nothing trying to be something else. Yeah. Because it ends up being less healthy.
I had some cauliflower chicken from this one spot, and it was actually really good the first time. Then the second time it was just like, okay, this tastes like vegan food. Then the third time it was just like, okay, this is.
I'm
really
done with
nasty.
this cauliflower.
So my thing is the whole vegan thing. It's a real wave. It's a lot of people out there are vegan. I don't eat beef or pork. I still eat chicken, so I'm not on the. I can't consider myself a vegan or whatever. But I just try to eat clean. And a lot of vegan options do give you that, but I think the problem is with the imitation, like you said, when y'all try to imitate the real stuff. It's like, well, I might as well go eat chicken if I'm going to eat all of this stuff, and it's not as healthy.